I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Members of the Newburgh-based group Community Voices Heard were trying to get their voices heard by city leaders yesterday. Residents marching down Broadway to City Hall in a protest that called for change in the operation of Newburgh's government. The organization says following 2 years of huge property tax increases, the state needs to step in to help straighten out the city's current financial crisis.
And we're asking them to ask the state to come in and do a program called receivership. That means that they will come in and take over our financial crisis right now, help fix it, and start us fresh where we can have a new beginning.
And you can look around. I mean, the abandoned buildings and more people, business owners are moving out because they can't afford to pay that tax here. So you see the amount of abandoned buildings that we have now, and it's become even more of a ghost town because people are just going to move away. They can't afford to stay here. Even with rents, the rents are going to go so high that people are going to have to be forced out to move to other areas, because the taxes are just like ridiculously crazy. You know, there's no revenue coming in.
Acting City Manager Richard Herbeck told protesters that state law doesn't allow for receivership, the handing over of control of Newburgh to the state, but Herbeck did say the city stands ready to accept any state help that could be offered. And today a group of Newburgh business leaders met to talk about the city's financial crisis and to explore possible solutions. First-term Republican Congresswoman Nan Hayworth is coming under fire for her votes that make permanent and expand a yearly ban on federal funding for abortion. A rally was scheduled for today by Planned Parenthood outside Hayworth's office in Fishkill. Organization officials say Hayworth can't call herself pro-choice and then support legislation that cuts back health coverage for abortion. Reporter Chris McKenna will have the full story in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. The Ulster County SPCA is directing criticism at an Ellenville judge for his rulings in a case that involved a dog whose leg had been severed. SPCA Executive Director Brian Shapiro says justice wasn't served for a dog named Monterey, who was found at an Ellenville residence a year ago with a leg that appeared to have been sawed off. Ellenville residents James Anthony and Suber Jones were arrested, but after a series of court adjournments, Village Justice Matthew Parker dismissed charges against Jones and sentenced Anthony to adjournment in contemplation of dismissal. Shapiro said he was disappointed with those decisions. Monterey underwent emergency surgery at the SPCA shelter in the town of Ulster. Also in Ulster County, an investigation is underway into a fatal motorcycle crash last evening in the town of Hurley. Police say the cyclist, identified as 21-year-old W.S. Grabowski of West Hurley, lost control of his motorcycle on Route 28A near Baker Road. Emergency personnel say Grabowski suffered severe chest trauma. He was pronounced dead at Kingston Hospital. The situation went from bad to worse for a town of Newburgh man who was pulled over for a traffic violation yesterday. State police say 29-year-old Mitchell McElwain was not only driving while intoxicated, he was driving with a suspended license, and police say a check of the vehicle turned up a loaded semi-automatic handgun. McElwain was sent to Orange County Jail on $50,000 bail. Charges include DWI, criminal possession of a weapon, and refusal to submit to a chemical test. And the captain calls it a floating time machine. Captain Chip Reynolds is the commander of the Half Moon, a replica of Henry Hudson's famous ship, and Wednesday it sailed down the Hudson from its winter home in Athens, New York, to the dock at the Hudson River Maritime Museum in Kingston. Area residents now have the chance to check out what life was like on a 17th century sailing vessel. The Half Moon will be accessible to visitors beginning Saturday through June 16th. The ship closely resembles the original Half Moon that sailed up the Hudson in 1609, a waterway that bears the name of explorer Henry Hudson. Looks like we'll be enjoying plenty of sunshine for the Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny, although parts of the region might see a passing late-day shower. hour. The highs will be around 80 degrees. The outlook for Saturday is for more sunshine with some humidity. Temperatures will reach the low 80s. Catch up on all that's going on by picking up tomorrow's Times-Herald Record, and when news breaks anywhere, you'll find it here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.